Welcome, welcome. Today we have our backtesting session. I believe this is our second one. Let me just double check. PNG. Yeah, so today is, we had our range seminar yesterday. That was nice. And then today on the 14th of May is our backtesting session. This coming week, we'll have 2 live sessions, and then next week we'll have the trade setup seminar. So let's get to it. Let's get to it. All right, FX replay, as you know, this is what we like to use for our live simulations. So let's get started. We're going to create a new session. We'll go with 100K, because that's the common funded account that people seek. We'll just go with gold. And somebody give me a year.
2021.
2021. Maybe somebody give me a month. June. And then we'll start that Monday. So that 7th is the first Monday. Let me fix the time. We'll be focusing on pre-New York and New York session solely for this week of the simulation week. And I think we can actually start from that Tuesday. It's fine. We'll just do 1 week, but let's see how this June 1st week turns out. All right. So as we can see, if we look at analytics, should be 0 trades here. The session does not have enough data to view analytics. Please go and back test a little more and come back. So let's back test. Let's get it. All right. So looking at the time, it's still 31st of May. So we need to go forward to pre-New York, 1st of June. You can see the time just down here. This is New York time frame, right? UTC -4 is New York. So let's go to pre-New York around 6 a.m. So this is 5:59. So that's 6 a.m. Let's go over to the minute. Now it's 6. Sweet. So the first thing we're going to do, anybody know? We're going to come do a higher time frame analysis from the higher time frame to the low time frame. So let's go to the daily. All right. So this is interesting to keep in mind. We got some previous analysis here. Let's remove that. This is interesting to keep in mind, right? You're talking about the first day of the new month. So if we look at the candles with monthly, this is the first day of the new month. Looking at the monthly, right? When we're looking at the monthly, we see that the previous month closed right above this previous month resistance. These are the monthly candles, right? The previous month closed right above. And our idea in our system, when we get a breakout outside of the range, a candle doing what the other candles couldn't do, we have a high potential that the next candle will form a bottom wick and to continue up. But interesting enough, right? This is a monthly, right here, if you look, this is a monthly time frame. So this new candle right here potentially is going to make a bottom wick, because we know that most candles have tops and bottom wicks. So it's each candle here is a month in duration. So who knows how long it's going to take for this to create a bottom wick or a top wick. But what we do know is that we're currently at this monthly rejection, right? It's the first day of the new month as well. So let's go over to the daily and do our normal shindig. So we got to look left. Looking left on the daily, we see that we got a daily support right below here at 1895.49. And then we got this daily resistance right up here. And we're in between that range right now. And then right over here on this level, where price is currently at, The previous daily closed right here at 1908.08. And our current daily is rejecting from there and is bearish at the moment. So the current daily is bearish. Let's look at the 4-hour. The 4-hour has this resistance right here to the left at 1908.11. This is not yet resistance right here at 1911.73, but the previous candle did close right here with this strong rejection wick to the top. The current candle is coming down to this sort of 4-hour resistance right here. It's coming down to this 4-hour resistance right here. 4-hour support right here. Let's look at the 1-hour. On the 1-hour, that's still a nice strong 4-hour support. Also on the 1-hour, we can adjust this to this resistance right up here, moving our previous 4-hour resistance, which also acts as the support right here, right? So if you look right here, this 1-hour has a resistance right here, and right here it acted as a support. And now you got price currently coming down on the 1-hour in this range. So our 4-hour is bearish. Our daily is currently bearish, and our 1-hour is currently bearish, approaching this 1-hour support right here. Looking at our 30-minute, we got a cleaner support like right below here on the 30-minute. So we adjust our 1-hour. For the 1-hour resistance, this is still fine, but probably much better right above here. And now we're just in this range. So the daily market structure is on this huge bullish uptrend. So she can continue to be bullish after a pullback. But the current daily 4-hour, 1-hour, as well as the 30-minute is bearish. So ideally, sells right below here would be, and let me just adjust this first. I think sells right below this level right here would be beautiful. Sells below here would be beautiful because we got the daily that's currently bearish. We got the 4-hour that's currently bearish. We got the 1-hour that's currently bearish, and the 30-minute is currently bearish. So we got all these confluences for potential sales right below here. For buys, we need to break maybe above this level up here because we got like a monthly resistance up here, right? If we come back to our monthly, we got this monthly rejection and resistance right up here, and a potential daily resistance right here. So for buys, volume could make buys happen, but we just have to wait and see. The strongest bias right now is sales. Does that make sense to everybody? Why we might want to have sales? We got a confluence with the daily bearish, 4-hour bearish, 1-hour bearish, and the 30-minute bearish. Any questions?
No.
All right, let's get the market moving. So now we're moving. Keep an eye on the time. It is 6:02. If we can form a support, we can have potential buys. But a closure above here would be for stronger buys. The reason for potential buys is because we need a 30-minute closure. Is because that the strong market structure is an uptrend, right? The current market movement is this downtrend, but the strongest overall structure. Okay, we're about to get a closure. Okay, so we just got a 30-minute closure right here, right? We got a support formed right here with this 30-minute candle that's bullish. So if this candle can go up to break these highs, it can continue the overall buys, bullish movements. But we have to see. Okay, I like the way it's kind of moving. So I'm going to have a low risk on the flip of this candle with our TP up to here at this high and our stop loss below the previous 30-minute candle. That's about 14 pips. I'm comfortable with more of like a 20 pip stop loss. So right here at 21 pips, risking only 0.5% for a buy stop. If we're activated, as soon as we get to 10 pips, we'll secure and go break even. So let's see if we get activated. Okay, we are activated. We're activated now. It's 6:37, 6:38 a.m. It broke the low of the previous candle, so it may just continue driving down. And this will be potentially our first loss of today if we take it. It looks like that is still trying to push up. Risking only 0.5%. I don't like that it didn't just push. So if it goes back up, I'm going to immediately go break even, but it might just come back down because it has a weak bearish closure right here. Risking only 0.5% for this trade. It's 15-minute closure now. Okay, so it's breaking that high. Okay, now I want to go risk-free and I want to secure 50%. Now we have a risk-free trade and we're already 50% in profit on this trade. Stop loss at the entry is risk-free. Beautiful. Let's see if it drives, keeping an eye on the time. It's about to have a 30-minute closure right now. Still in this trade. Just breaking the previous candle's highs. Might just drive. We got this minor level right here, which is a support. Could just reject off of that. So since that is a level right there, I'm just actually going to let it play a little bit more, see if it breaks it. It is breaking it, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to secure the entire position now, and then I'll wait for the 8 o'clock candle to close. Sweet. So we just secured that. I had a winning trade right off the back. Okay, we got the 8 a.m. closure now. If we want to take more buys, we need a closure above here for more buys. If we want to continue sales, we need a resistance formed. Okay, we got a rejection. So we can have sales below here, what we initially anticipated. And we got this resistance, we got the support form right down here. So let's see what price does. This candle rejected and it closed weak bullish, means price could be ready to reverse. We need a resistance formed. Interesting to note also is that this previous bullish candle, this one right here, it broke the low of the previous bullish candle. So that last bullish candle broke the low of this previous bullish candle. So usually that's indication that price wants to come down this way if it breaks the low of the high of a previous candle. Oh, look at the liquidity. It's just grabbing liquidity. Cool. Very cool. It's now 9:30. Resistance was formed right here. Price is trying to push down, breaking the low of the previous bearish candle. Below here, we get a closure. We potentially have some nice sales. So it tapped into this level that we marked up.
Wait, I have a question.
Yep.
So in your backtesting, you can still take profits, or this is just an example?
No, we're like a live simulation, so it's almost like we have an account. So we took that trade, we took some profits. We already realized 0.4% on this account.
But yeah, this is from like 2021, right?
Yeah, so we're going back in the live market, a random date, so we can have live price data.
Yeah, but these profits are actual real profits you can actually take, or this is just
No, this
simulation?
is just a simulation.
All right, that's what I'm saying. Okay, all right.
Yeah, it's just a simulation with good speed instead of like having to wait for setups on demo. Could be forever. Yeah, beautiful. I knew that was
Yeah. Okay, if you want to wait a whole day, yeah, a month or whatever, the time frame, it will take long. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is the idea that we had, and it's actually playing out as expected. With volume from the market, we were interested in these sells below here. It pushed down. We had an impulse potential entry right here on the break of this low, but I didn't really pay entirely attention. Okay, cool. So it's 10:30, so we're done for the day. Let's go to the next day. Pre-New York. Okay, this is pre-New York. Cool. So let's look at our levels. Let's clear this up. Right, so looking at the daily. Yesterday daily candle closed bearish, respecting this daily support right here. So if you want to have sells, you need a closure below this daily support. This daily candle is bearish, but they're all rejecting this daily level. Does that make sense to everybody? When we talked about range, there's a
Yeah.
range right here, and they're rejecting. We need a closure below in order to see valid sells. Looking at the 4-hour. On the 4-hour, looks kind of crazy. On the 4-hour, we do have this support formed right here on the 4-hour. That's also our daily, I believe. That's also our daily. So if this one closes bullish, we can have potential buys. So our daily is bearish. Our 4-hour is bullish. And our 1-hour, let's look at our 1-hour. Our 1-hour looks crappy. So 1-hour has like this consolidation right here. It's a resistance. I think this resistance right above is even better because look at these rejections. So if we get a closure above here to drive up, you have at least up to this range right here, which is about 36. That's a very nice range. And then we can close above that. You got another nice range right up here, which is about, wow. Yeah. So beautiful buys if we can get closures. We need closer confirmations. Looking at our 30-minute, 30-minute about the same amount. So if you talk about this area right here, we don't have any trades here unless we get this closure, then we have an impulse on the break of the high, but we have to wait to see. So now it's pre-New York. Let's see what the market does. Looking at the time at the bottom here, 6 a.m. So we got this closure. So I'm interested on the break of this high with this previous low as my stop loss, maybe to drive up to here for potential buys with only risking 0.5%. So let's see. This one is kind of risky, but we have to see. We're not activated yet. We have not been activated. In fact, I want to adjust my buy stop a little bit more, maybe on the break of this candle high right here. That's too high, maybe right here. Because we don't want to just get tapped in because we're too close, right? We want to have volume push this thing up and really have us confident in this position. Okay, now we got a 6:30 closure that closed bearish. So I'm going to remove this position. We didn't get activated. We didn't lose anything. We're still good to go. Let's see if there's any news, because now FX Replay has upgraded to this economic calendar. So now we can see the data. We choose a filter. Let's only look at high news for US. Okay. Oh, it's showing us everything. So this is, what is this? This is June 2nd. So it looks like there's no high impact news for this day. Oh, wait, here we go. Okay, so this is June 1st. Yeah, no high impact news for this day. Cool. So we don't have to worry about that. Let's see what's going on. Now, if we're talking about additional sells, this is a daily resistance support and a 4-hour support. So maybe a closure below here would be much more comfortable, much more convincing. instead of just waiting for a closure below here. Because then we're gonna have to break through here. And then if we can break through here and get a closure below looking left, oh wow, look at this. Look at this. Look at this story that we see. Actually, if we get a closure below here, much better. And then we got this whole range to fill. About 85 pips. That's a lot of profit. It's a lot of profit. So let's do it like that instead. It's 7 a.m. We got an hourly closure. Let's look at the 1 hour for a second and see what things are looking like. Okay, it's just scrappy, right? This is nothing clean about this, right? So let's come back to our 30-minute. Let's see. It's rejecting that level that we just drew to the left. It's rejecting from this level we just drew. So that was a good level. Good job, guys. It's rejecting it. If we get a closure below, that speaks volumes, right? Because everything else is rejecting it. Okay, it's breaking the previous candle's high. This might be our reversal now. We get a bullish closure. We have potential buys. But we're going to have to look at the situation first by observing the 4 hour and the 1 hour again. Okay, great. So what happened? Let's go back. Remember when we first started, we looked at the monthly, right? It was the first day of the new month. It was a new monthly candle. So did the new month make a bottom wick yet? Let's see. Looking at the new month. Okay, wow, look at that. The new month has already created the bottom wick now. So now potential to just drive up, potentially, if it wants to continue the bullish run, which maybe it does because we see that this previous bullish month closed above this level here. So it may want to continue the bullish run. You see how we're forming this story now with price? Okay, we get a closure below, above here. That's great because what does that mean? It means our 4 hour is bullish. Our daily is what? Bullish now. And our 30-minute is bullish. So we potentially have an 8 p.m. position. 8 a.m. position. The only thing is the stop loss is huge. So we have to ask ourselves, if we enter here, where's our stop loss? It's like 77 pips. So that's nothing for us. We got to wait. We have to wait. Maybe a closure above here. Okay, that's nice. This one might just drive. It is a 15-minute closure now. Looking at the time. Might just drive. We might miss out, and that's okay. No FOMO, but we got 6 minutes to a 30-minute closure. 4, 3, 2. Okay, we're about to get 30-minute closure, but if we want to set this up, we need to look at this and see how many pips is this. Okay, you're about 58 pips. Okay, so if we actually decide to take something like this, maybe we can take it up to the high here. It's about 100 pips. We didn't set a position yet. We need the next candle to create a nice bottom wick first. If it doesn't create a nice bottom wick, then we're just gonna have to let this go without us. Okay, so now we have a better idea. Now we got this nice bottom wick. The current candle's bottom wick below can be our new stop loss. And then our TP would be up here. On the break of this candle's its own candle high would be our entry. So I'm willing on this type of setup. What is this setup? Let's look. It's just a breakout. It's a bullish breakout. It closed above that range, created a bottom wick on the high. It drives up. In this case, it's the current candle high. So on the current candle high, we enter. I'm willing to risk 1% on this setup because I've seen it play out many times, and if always, majority of the time, it works out for me. So let's see. We get activated. Looking at the time is New York session, so we might have some volume here to drive us and activate us in this position. Okay, so now look what's going on. So what does this look like? potential break and retest. We had a candle close above, next candle close bearish, respecting the support on the high of this previous candle, which would be the bullish candle. We have a potential entry. So on the high of the previous bullish candle. So let's close this and then reset. But we need, it would look something like this. On the break of the high of the previous bullish candle, and it will come up looking left. Our TP would be right here. Our take profit would be right there. And the previous bearish candle would be our low. But let's see before we set a position. I want to see how it's moving first. Does it look like it's volume or no? Okay, I like the way it's kind of moving. I'm only going to risk 0.5% on this. We're not activated. We got a 15-minute closure that just occurred. And we got about 9 simulation minutes, 8 simulation minutes. If it breaks this previous candle low, I want to close this position. Okay. I don't like how it's not moving how we want to. The move, if it was going to happen, it should have happened. So let's just wait and see. Maybe we have a 10 a.m. or 10:30 movement. Or this might drive now. Okay. So this might drive now, actually. I like this. I do like this now. So we can bring this one back on the break of this bullish high at the previous candle lows, coming back up to where we said. Now for this, I'm willing to risk 1%. This might drive now. Let's see. Oh, we got activated and didn't drive. So let's see if it drives. Okay, there we go. We're driving. Oh, I rejected. Okay, we're driving. Okay, right here. Let's see how many pips is this. This is already okay. So now we're gonna go break even. We're gonna close 50%. Another winning trade. We're gonna move this up. It's a risk-free trade now. And we've already secured some profits. So let's see if it continues to drive. I rejected and it closed out our runner, but we secured profits and we won the trade. Cool. I think that's enough for this day. Let's go to the next day. We don't want to overtrade this day. And it's not moving how we want it to move. It should, if it was going to move, it should have just skyrocketed. Ah, look at that. Okay, so let's go to pre-New York for Wednesday, I think it is. Oh no, we started on Tuesday, so we just had Tuesday and Wednesday, so now it should be Thursday. Ah, I went too far. It's okay. So I went too far. It's already 8 a.m. on the next day. That's okay. So let's just do our analysis. I want us to be there for pre. The daily has this strong resistance right here. And it broke below this daily support right here, but it didn't close yet. This is a new daily candle. So look at the 4-hour. Looking at the 4-hour, it closed below this 4-hour support right here. We got this 4-hour resistance right here. And then we got this other like 4-hour level that is struggling at right now. Look at the 1-hour. We can adjust this to here. Maybe even down here is better. And this level is nice where it's currently at. I'll just bring it here to this resistance, 1-hour resistance. So look at 30-minute. And let's go back. Sorry. Daily is the daily current candle is bearish. The current 4-hour is bearish. The current 1-hour is bearish as well. And cleaner sells below here. So you just have to wait for that. In the 30-minute, looking left. Ah, so the 30-minute is clean, but the sells would have to be below these rejections. Looking left, right? Okay, so look, this is where I'm looking at. You see these rejections here? Right here, right? You guys see that? But then if we look left, there's also these rejections right here in this support. So price is currently acting on this support, but a closure below there, you got some clean traffic and then more clean traffic below. But I think we just have to wait and see. A closure below there, but these rejections, so a closure below this area is much better. So let's go left one more time. If we get a closure below here, is much better. Then we got this range right here to drive down. So we'll just mark that here. And we want to get a closure. Let's see. Let's see. I'm not entirely opposed to a closure below here because a closure below here is it's also a strong indication. So let's just mark that up. Cool. Does that make sense to everybody?
Yep.
Sweet. All right, let's play. And at the time it's 8 a.m. Ooh, okay. It's breaking these lows. It might just drive. It might just drive. Let's look at the 15-minute. All right, so let's let it play. We're gonna wait. We're gonna wait for a closure. Ooh, that drive, I told you it might just drive. Ooh, but wow, look at that rejection. That's why we're waiting for a closure. Ooh, no. Doesn't know what it wants to do. Let's wait for 30-minute closure, and then I want to see something about the news. Ooh, it's driving. She's out of here. Ah, she's out of there. It's 8:30 now. That was our range. So if we want more sells with this bearish volume, we potentially have more sells below here till about right here. But we're not going to force it. Let's just wait and see. We're not going to force it. Oh, it's just going to drive. Beautiful. Look at the rejection. Wow, that would have been a beautiful trade. That would have been a beautiful trade. But that's okay. We called it. We knew it closed below here. And then I mentioned when it broke this low, I just didn't want to impulse it. But I knew when it broke this low, it just could dry. That's why I mentioned it. So it's 9 a.m. I want to see something also, since we got this economic calendar now. This is what, June 3rd. So we saw something for the 3rd here. This is the 3rd at 10 a.m. At 10 a.m. and at 8:15. So there was some news at 8:15. And at 10 a.m., which is about 1 hour, there's more news. So let's just wait. Let's just wait. I think the new news that's going to come right here, if you look right here, I think this is going to maybe cause price to reverse and gold to become bullish. But let's see. We have to wait and see. So let's just wait. We get a closure. Wow, look at that. Look at that. So we're about to get a 30-minute closure in about 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now we want to just observe. We want to look left, right? So we got a closure below here, right? So the next level for a closure would be this level. And then you got clean traffic below. But then you got this strong level down here. So let's look at the daily again. Looking at the daily made a huge move. And now it's retesting this daily support right here that it might be able to reject off of, especially with news coming up in 30 minutes, right? Then if we look at the 4-hour, the 4-hour is bearish, touching this 4-hour support as well, right? And then if we look at the 1-hour, the 1-hour is also rejecting off of this 1-hour level right here. So come back to our 30-minute with news in 30 minutes as well. Let's just wait and see if we can form a support. And it's driving. Wow, look at that. Just driving. Beautiful, beautiful. We had an entry up here for impulse. We also had an entry right here as well. We got 10 simulation minutes to a closure. Let's look left in the meantime. Looking left, we have this level right here that price is respecting. Now let's look back. We got our closure. Let's see if we can form a support. The news didn't seem to have much impact. We got 30 minutes for a closure. Sorry, 15 simulation minutes, 10 simulation minutes for a closure. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Okay, I'm interested in this. I'm interested in these buys on a break of this high with the support formed. Candles down here is the lows. I mean, is the stop loss to potentially drive back to correct this entire move. And I'm interested in risking 0.5% for this counter trend trade. So let's see if we can activate it. Okay, we did not get activated. And I don't like that it didn't just move. So I think what I'm going to do is just close this position and then just go to the next day, which is perfectly fine. We didn't get a trade today. I had interest to take the stop loss on a break of this. I mean, sorry, impulse on a break of these lows, but didn't enter it either, which is fine. So we didn't lose anything today, but we didn't win anything today. So since we didn't lose anything today, we won the day. So let's go to the next one, the next day. And that you have to be okay with that. That's perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But that day was kind of off anyway, too, because we sort of came in way after pre-New York, which is sort of against our plan, but no problems. Let's not make that mistake again. Okay, so this is 6 a.m., right? Let's clear it up. Let's come over to the daily. All right, so we got this daily support right here and this bullish uptrend, right? It looks like price may have came up, broke above here, retested, shot up, came back down for a pullback, respected this daily support, this huge rejection wick, and maybe this daily continue driving up, correcting yesterday's entire move. So we didn't get the trades yesterday, but maybe we have some trades today. Let's also take in consideration to where we are. Oops. So let's take in consideration where we are. It's Friday, the 4th. Let's see if there's any economic news. Friday the 4th, you got President Biden's speech at that time. You got non-farm payroll. Wow. And you have Powell's speech at 7 a.m. So there's going to be a lot of volume today. Gold is going to be all over the place. All over the place. So let's see. Let's see. Look at the 4-hour. So we got this daily support right here. Current daily is bullish. We got this daily resistance right here. Then we got this daily high right up here. So let's look at the 4-hour. Looking at the 4-hour, 4-hour is currently bullish. Look like it could break these highs. And I'm interested in that on the break of this high, actually, on a 30-minute. Well, sorry, this is a 4-hour, not 30-minute. I take that back. All right, but when the 4-hour, 4-hour is also bullish. You got sort of this like 4-hour. I wouldn't even say that's resistance, but let's look at the 1-hour. Looking at the 1-hour, okay, on the 1-hour, we got this resistance right up here. You got look like potentially support being formed right here. Then you got this 1-hour support right here. Closure above here, you can have some buys up. All right, looking at the 30-minute. 30-minute has the same levels. Great. Cool. Closure above here, we got buys up. With the support formed, I'm not going to take that impulse on that support formed. So let's go. 6 a.m. About to get a 15-minute closure in 2, 1, now. Got a 15-minute closure. Looked like it created the bottom wick. If we were looking at the 15, we're on a 30-minute though. About to get a 30-minute closure. Close bearish, forming a resistance right here. 4-minute resistance. Breaking the previous candle's low. Could continue driving down since it broke the previous candle low, but you do have this minor support here as well. Okay, we got a 1-hour closure. Let's just look. 7 a.m. 1-hour closure. We said that there's some economic news at 7. Powell's speech. Let's see if any movement occurs. Maybe nothing crazy. Not until the biggest move for today for news is going to be this 8:30 move. It's going to be huge, and I think it's going to be buys, but we'll see. Let's see how the market is swelling up. So it broke those lows to continue, as we mentioned. But there's this minor support, like I said, right here. So a 30-minute closure in 4, 3, 1. So we got a 30-minute closure. So I'm interested in these buys with this 30-minute closure above here. Stop loss to previous low. Take profit. I believe we can correct this move, especially all the way up to here from experience. I want to risk 1% on this. So let's see. 7:30 closure, created the bottom, it's creating the bottom wick. See if we can activate it. I would have to go at it break even here because there's this resistance here that we didn't break above yet. So I'm gonna go early on break even if we get activated. And if this doesn't respect the previous kind of low, then I close this opportunity and we're not activated yet. Okay, we're about to get an 8 a.m. closure. So it looks like a potential break and retest setup. We're activated now, but it's not driving. Hasn't driven yet. It's probably waiting. And we might get caught up in the news, but this might be a good experience for you to see why. Okay, let's go break even. I didn't secure any profits yet. All right here. I didn't secure any profits yet, but I'm going to close 50% now. So we got 50% secured and we got news in 17, 18. This might just drive. Let's see. It broke us out. It took us out, but we secured that win. So we got news in 5, 4, 3, 2. Okay. So this is interesting. I'm not going to put this position, but I just want to show you how you would trade news, especially with volatile news like this. So you would potentially have, like, on a break of this high, we'd have a buy stop, and then we'd have our stop loss at these lows. And if it get activated, I believe it can take price all the way up to here. And then actually I'll just risk a small amount just so you can see if it goes in our direction. So I'll just risk 0.1%. If it goes in our direction, then we won the trade. So that's the news. Okay. They went in our direction, just like I said. So now we would go break even. I won't take anything off. It's just 0.1. And let's see if it keeps running. But that's where people do their big lot sizes. They end up making 30 grand, 40 grand, 60 grand in one trade. Okay, we got stopped out. I didn't close anything, but we didn't lose anything. I went break even. Does that make sense? Because this is the first time we discussed trading news. Any questions? No questions? Okay. All right. So let's see if it shows us the results for the news. Yeah, so it looks like the forecast was 273, if I'm not mistaken, because I haven't used their calendar before, and the actual was 559. So I'm not certainly sure what the P stands for, but anyway, we'll look more into it later. Cool. So we gotta wait. I think price might just keep driving up. If this can create a bottom wick, then we have buys here, because that bottom wick would be our stop loss. If it doesn't, then that's fine also. But we can look left to see if there's anything in between here. No, it looks like it's just clean. Yeah, I think this is going to keep driving. $30-minute closure. And it's going to keep driving up and correcting that entire move that we mentioned, right? It's correcting that entire daily move after bouncing off of this level. And the catalyst for it was news. So I guess we can wait around and see if we got a 1030 position. I guess a support form would be nice. Or closures above this resistance right here would be nice. That's pretty much the only opportunity. But let's see if that's going to happen before 10:30 or something. So about to get a 10 closure, 10 a.m. closure. Okay, we got a 10 a.m. closure. And I would only be on this chart until this hourly closes. And so if this was actual market, we'd leave the market today, and then Monday we potentially have some nice positions. Because this is Friday. So it's the last trading day of the week. 20 simulation minutes until we're done for this Friday. Sweet. We got a bearish closure on a break of these lows. Looks like it could potentially sell to correct this move. But it's 11 a.m. so we'd be done. We don't want to be on the charts. Awesome. So that wraps it up for today. I think we had an opportunity to take some more positions on that Thursday it was, or Wednesday, but we had got on the charts. I pressed forward too quick. But that's fine also. So let's look at our analytics now. For that week, we only had 4 trades, 100% win rate. We took the account up almost 1%. We called out some trades that we could have took that were also great. And then if we actually wanted to trade that news, we'd probably actually be up maybe almost 5 to 10% from that news move if we really wanted to trade it. But we had a 100% win rate for that week. So that's a beautiful week. It doesn't get better than 100%. And I think that wraps it up for us today. Any questions?
Nah, not for me.
Did you catch the news move?
Yeah, I catch it.
Yeah, so you see how that works, right? That was the first time I really showed you how to do the news move, but I want to make sure you guys know about it. Okay, cool. If there's no more questions, this is recorded and I'll upload it if you want to watch it again. And beautiful week, 100%, only 4 trades, but we came out on top, right? So we have the live trading session on Tuesday and Thursday this coming week, and then we have the trade setup seminar next Saturday, and that's about it. We're almost at the end of next week. We're about 75% done with the mentorship Lite, and I think yeah, I think this is quite beneficial for everybody. It's quite beneficial. So cool. If there's no questions, message me on Telegram or WhatsApp. I'll answer your questions. If not, I'll see you guys on Tuesday for live trading, where we'll trade New York session live.
All right. See you on Tuesday.
See you. Thank you. See you guys soon. Bye.
Thank you.